Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Can you give me an example of how you've used gamification in your classroom?
Yes, we use gamification, especially in anatomy and physiology, to make the concepts come alive for them, and so they can also relate it to everyday activities. And so one thing we've done recently is given them a balloon. They've used the balloon to show the facial muscles, and so the facial muscles control the expressions. And different facial muscles can control opening and closing your eyelids or furrowing your brow, and so we kind of equate it to emojis. And so they got a balloon, they labeled it with the facial muscles and went around to their teachers to teach them about it and then get signatures for extra credit.
Awesome. Can you give me an example of how you've used gamification in your classroom?
Sure. I have two. First, I use a corporate gamification process, and I really started doing this just for cell phones because cell phones are such a problem with high school kids. And this is their extra credit. It's just ping pong balls in a cheese ball bucket. And anytime a kid has their cell phone out during class, they have to do, we call it the walk of shame. They come do the walk of shame and pull extra credit out of their corporate container and put it back into mine. And I also use the pennies as a reward system when students answer a question in class, or they have a fantastic paper. If they go above and beyond what I expect of them, then I reward them with a penny, and those are their own extra credit points.
What is one advantage that you see in using gamification?
I think it gives students an opportunity to be competitive and have fun in class. I'm sure there are other ways that we could use gamification too, where and I do use activities sometimes where if you finish an escape room first, you get extra credit, more points than if you just finish. So students are more engaged when they have an opportunity to compete.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
What would you say is the biggest advantage of using this kind of gamification in your classroom?
I think sometimes when they're learning and they don't realize they're learning something hard, and then they enjoy going and teaching somebody else about it, that's a super advantage. And I think that when they say things like, gosh, class went by so quickly today, and it's a 90-minute block, that's something that's a big advantage for them too, because they learned a lot, but they had fun doing it.
Awesome. How does gamification help you as a teacher?
Engagement is the most important thing. It keeps the kids engaged. You know, it's so hard, especially with an hour and a half, to keep their attention and anything. And when I ask at the end of the year, what did you enjoy most? How did you learn best? And they're like, we always learn better. Like when you did a Kahoot, we always learn more from that than me just teaching it. They seem to really want to know, because the next question is going to be just like that. You know, they're like, oh, well, I got to figure it out so I don't lose. You know,